this place?
A ruin of some kind?
Somewhere long forgotten by everyone. It used to be a grand building. Now it's nothing more than a pile of rubble.
Okay. I mean, I was kind of curious as to what it was actually going to be, but okay.
No one comes here anymore. Nor does anyone care about what once happened.
I mean, I do. I like
Although,
history.
This place does have something to do with the story I'm about to tell you.
Okay, so you saw fit to set the scene. I like it.
It was before I became a harbinger, and before Linny and the others joined the House of the Hearth. Due to certain events, I first killed Clairvy and then her mother. And this is where it all happened.
You were the one that killed Clairvy?
Why?
Patience now. Allow me to explain Clairvy's side of the story first.
Thank you.
I'll start from the beginning.
I appreciate this.
Clairvy was 6 years old when she was brought by her mother, Crucibina, to live in the House of the Hearth. From the outside, it seemed like a fairy tale. A thriving family made up of kind adults and friendly children.
Her mother's really pretty, but she looks like a villain.
Crucibina was the knave at that time.
Oh.
And the House of the Hearth was under her control.
Oh.
She was Clairvy's mother by blood, but she was also the mother to all the children in the house.
See, she wasn't even talking about the knave when she was saying mother. She literally meant mother. And I suppose it's why the knave can't be mother. She has to be father because there was a mother who predated her. Interesting.
Clairvy was happy here, for a time. But she quickly realized that being part of this family wasn't a fairy tale at all. It was a kind of purgatory.
Purgatory?
Exactly. The House of the Hearth takes in war orphans from all over Teyvat. But as for how to raise them, that depends entirely on the person in charge. Crucibina came up with a novel idea. She would teach the children to fight, force them to duel each other, and then crown as the king of the house the child who proved themselves most worthy of inheriting her title.
I kind of, in a way, prefer her way of running things. Not because of this. Like, they're clearly wearing uniforms. It seems like this was a far more structured house, a far more structured organization than it currently is. It's kind of less like a home for misfits, and there's no real cohesion, per se, where it's just like a random-ass orphanage. Whereas I kind of like the structure and cohesion of what the previous knave ran, even if I don't like how she did things. This holds more appeal for me.
It's difficult to estimate the number of children who died or were maimed in the process. There's little I can say about the ones who died. The ones that emerged with permanent injuries, on the other hand, well, they still served a purpose.
Because I sort of feel like this is more like a thieves guild or an assassin's guild, a subterfuge faction. They seem like they hold power and that there's purpose, whereas the current house just seems like this random-ass orphanage. It doesn't have the same vibe.
They would be handed over to the doctor to be experimented on, or sent away on dangerous missions. Nothing more than tools to be used and then discarded.
So those were the experiments Clairvy was talking about. But what actually happened to her? You said that Clairvy was Crucibina's daughter, so if Clairvy tried to convince her to stop what she was doing, Crucibina probably would have listened, right?
Paimon, you're kind of missing the crux of the issue. Crucibina isn't a nice person.
Despite being Clairvy's mother, Crucibina cared little for her daughter. She forced Clairvy to join the House of the Hearth only as a means to demonstrate her own impartiality as a mother, to prove that she treated all her children equally. Clairvy did try to convince her mother to change her ways, but it was to no avail. After her efforts failed, the only other option was to rise up and try to fight back.
She's a child.
Unfortunately, the other children had already been thoroughly indoctrinated into the illusion of happiness Crucibina had created.
Indeed. But also, Clairvy is a child. I doubt she was going to succeed anyway.
Of course. There was one exception. Someone Clairvy's age who knew the truth about the House of the Hearth. Her name was Peruere.
Berry!
Wait, the friend that Clairvy mentioned?
Friend, huh? I suppose we can call her that for now.
Did she betray her?
Clairvy was a cheerful and passionate person with a tenacious spirit.
Oh!
Perware, on the other hand, was rather cold-blooded.
We finally know her name! Yeah, I'm so glad when I ask questions and the game eventually gives me an answer. Fantastic. Okay. I mean, this is going to be split up across multiple episodes, so you've probably already said in the comments, like, oh, you might find out her name, smiley face, but like, I don't know that at this point in time because this is all one sitting. But yay, we get to know her name. Perruer, whatever, it doesn't matter. Hi, Perry.
Her cold-blooded nature allowed her to see through Crucibina's facade. Yet, it was also this cold-bloodedness that prevented her from acting against it. At least at first. While Clairvy longed for freedom, Perruer was convinced that, amid all the fighting and violence, she would make it until the end. Despite their differences, the two became fast friends, united by their knowledge of the truth. Clairvy told Perruer that she hoped to create a real family, where no one would be killed or sacrificed.
So how did you kill Clairvy?
There may have been a certain naivete to her ideas, but
You were a
Clairvy
child at the
proved her
time.
determination many times over. She tried countless times to run away, ask for help, or expose the truth. But her efforts only earned her beating after beating. The only thing that kept her going was her strength of will.
Because Clairvy is a child spirit, which means that she was killed when she was a child, which means that Perry killed her when she was still a child.
Even with her body racked with pain, she would still stand on her tiptoes and open the window at night. She and Perruer would look out at the moon together, a fierce longing for freedom shining in her eyes. But one day that light simply vanished.
Oh no. What happened?
Her hopelessness resulted from
Oh,
a
no, they did get
culmination of
older.
things. 10 years had passed. 10 years worth of failure after failure. She and Perruer weren't children anymore, but finding any chance to escape still seemed as hopeless as ever.
So Clairvy's spirit reverted back to her childlike form because maybe that's when she had the most hope?
It was during this time that Perruer suggested a new plan. If escaping was out of the question, why not take down the very person sitting on top of this throne of lies? Mother herself. Clairvy rejected that proposal. She claimed that, as a famous harbinger, Crucibina possessed an unimaginable amount of power. Trying to kill her would have an incredibly low chance of success.
The fact that Crucibina is a harbinger while Arlecchino is young. How old is a Tsaritsa? I suppose she doesn't age because she's the Archon of Snezhnaya. Is she though? I keep forgetting whether she's actually the Archon or just the ruler. I think she's the Archon. Which would mean she doesn't age because Mavwika is the only human Archon, right? The rest don't age. So how long has the Fatui been in existence? I kind of just expected it to have been like the last 10 so years, 20 years maybe, but it kind of makes it feel like the Harbingers have been around for quite a very long time.
Clairvy never gave another reason, but Perruer could see it written all over her face. Clairvy still thought of Crucibina as her mother. Killing her own flesh and blood was a line she couldn't bring herself to cross.
And there you go, using your emotions as facts.
If she couldn't escape and fight back, then only one option remained.
Death.
Precisely. Death was the only way that she felt she could be free.
That is a really dumb thought process.
It happened during a duel. When she arrived at the dueling ring that day, her partner turned out to be none other than Perruer. The very person that had stood by her side all those years.
Why are your fingers black?
It was a fierce battle. But ultimately, Clairvy decided to let Perruer end her life. From that moment on, Perruer's journey was one written in flames. When the rain finally came and washed it all away, there she stood, the sole victor in Mother's endless game of slaughter. A trail of corpses strewn across her path to success.
Well, I hope at least one of those corpses was Mother.
It was the very result she had predicted 10 years prior. Even then, she believed she would make it until the end. She wasn't surprised by the fact that she emerged as Mother's undisputed heir. Rather, her success left her with an inexplicable sense of restlessness. She was unsettled. And there was only one thing that could quell that sensation. Perhaps you two would like to take a guess as to what it was?
Killing the person at the very top.
Crucibina, you mean? But...
Correct. This is the place where Perware killed her best friend. A mere year later, this is also the place where she fought tooth and nail to kill the mother they shared. The moment she acted, any conception of what was right or wrong ceased to matter. It's one of the principles of the house. Only those who survive get to write the rules. Perware won the battle, and became a harbinger herself. After which Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa, bestowed upon her a new name. Arlecchino.
So the Perry Clairvy was talking about... It was you all along. You're Perware. Arlecchino is just a name you got later.
Why did you think it was her birth name? What? This was your story just as much as Clairvy's.
I left that name behind long ago. I must say, hearing it now does bring back memories. After I defeated Crucibina, the moniker of Mother died with her. I chose to forego the title she called herself and even chose to give up my own name. I rebuilt the House of the Hearth under a new identity. Not only as Arlecchino, but as father. And that is where the story ends. Any more questions?
The Clairvy we met, though, who is she exactly?
Yeah. Based on what you just told us, Clairvy wasn't a little kid when she was killed. So the Clairvy we met... Was she really a spirit at all?
I suppose you could call her an illusion born of flame. Her existence is like ashes to a fire. Something left over in the wake of blaze and ruin. You see, a certain power runs through my veins. It's not unlike a curse. My flames leave behind shadows of anything they consume.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Of course. The chances of those shadows morphing into a sentient entity are exceedingly slim. Clairvy is a very special case.
Well, you need to get rid of her because she's tearing your organization apart.
Clairvy died when she was 16 years old. But what emerged from the flames was her 6-year-old self. Her appearance wasn't the only thing affected. Most of her memories were lost to the blaze as well.
Told you, her memories were not to be trusted.
Memory is a mysterious thing indeed. Losing a portion of your memories will alter your sense of self. Lose 10 years' worth, however, and it would be like living in the past. Like returning to a version of yourself that never grew up.
No wonder Paimon got such a weird feeling when we were talking to her.
Perhaps I should put it this way. Clairvy is someone trapped in time. It may seem like she exists with us in the present, but she truly lives in the confines of her own past.
So if all of that is true, then you must have known about Clairvy for a long time.
Indeed. She's a rather volatile and unstable entity. Sometimes she would look after the children. She's even saved some of their lives. But other times, she would hide from me and become obsessed with revealing the truth about the house to anyone who will listen. Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any new information they encounter is quickly forgotten over time. Your attempts to expose Clairvy to sunlight. They failed, yes?
Indeed.
The reason is actually quite simple. In Clairvy's mind, the house is impossible to escape. And it is this very perception that traps her there.
That actually makes perfect sense.
But No matter. All I have to do is kill her again, and all will be resolved.
Okay.
I don't anticipate so much as a single speck of ash will be left behind this time.
Great. I'm on team kill the child. Let's go.
Wait!
What are we waiting for? Yeah, let's go.
Paimon can understand why you might want her gun, but isn't there another way?
What the fuck's wrong with you, Paimon? She's not real at all in any capacity. She can't learn, adapt, or overcome. She can't progress. She's stagnant and incomplete in what she remembers. She's literally in a torture of her, not of her own making, because it was unfortunately the power of the knave that got her into that position. She's stuck in a horrible, miserable existence. And you would have her stay there forever because you have some sort of sentimental connection to this child you don't even know, who, I might remind you, doesn't exist, Paimon. No, get rid of her. For multiple reasons.
So what if she's trapped?
Choose Mercy if that's your
She's
preference.
still your friend. At least talk to her first.
She's not there, Paimon.
It's too late for that. She broke the rules, and now she must be punished.
That's true.
That goes for Filial and Nantoy as well. She's had quite the effect on them.
Indeed.
I hope you understand. The difference between Crucibina and myself lies in our formulation of the rules, not our policy for enforcing them. Upholding the rules without question is a trait we both share, because that is how a household should be run.
Is this really what you want to do?
Whatever could you mean?
Don't you want to say a proper goodbye at least?
Whether as a killer or as a father, there are two things that must be avoided at all costs: anger and sorrow. Anger makes you impulsive. Sorrow causes you to waver. Well, it appears it's about time to proceed. Before we arrived, I told some of my well-behaved children to bring our troublemakers here by nightfall. I do believe I've kept my end of the deal. I gave your friends quite a bit more time. As for what happens now, we'll just have to wait and see.
Okay.
Here they are, Father.
Oh, wait. It's daytime. How did Clarity get here?
You gonna execute him? Seeing something like that would actually be a first for me.
Jesus, someone's exceptionally bloodthirsty.
Lenny!
Clarity.
I'm sorry. I heard about how you helped buy us more time,
How? From who? Nobody knew.
but I still failed. I couldn't find a way to fulfill her wish.
Are you... Perry?
She sure is.
Indeed, it's been a while, Clarivy.
Perry!
Shh. Stay right there. I'm sorry to postpone our reunion, but first, I believe certain scores need settling.
Father, let me explain.
Out of my way.
Father!
You chose to conceal a threat to the house. And for that, you must be punished.
I mean, agreed. He did indeed hide a threat to the house.
Overall, however, I suppose your wrongdoing is hardly the most egregious of the bunch, so I'll deal with your punishments later. As for right now, the more pressing concerns are the traitors among us.
By traitors? Do you mean us?
Yes.
Father, let me explain. We didn't mean to...
Fultz, why don't you share what you heard?
Yes, Father. Secret Midnight Meeting number 3. Participants, Filial, Nantoy, Sato, Toddy. Nantoy clearly said, if only Father wasn't the one who took us in.
Damn, rough.
Sato added, I'm sick of this life. I just want to live as a normal person. Filial was the worst of them all. She called us crazies and said a bunch of mean things about Father.
Said a bunch of mean things.
I did not! You're lying! Fultz is trying to frame us.
Yeah, I don't think so.
It's not like I'm the only one who heard those things. After that, you and Toddy and a bunch of other people started talking about Clarivy. You were using all those things Clarivy brought up as an excuse to question Father. We're birds locked in a cage. The only way out is to destroy it. That's what you said, wasn't it?
You little. You just want me gone, don't you? What did I ever do to you, huh? And you, Sheplo, have you forgotten who stood by your sickbed, watched over you, and changed your dressings? Come on, let's hear it then. What's your reason for all this?
You're wrong, Filiol. We don't want you to die. You're our family.
Liar. You wouldn't be doing this if that were the case. So why? Why have you backed us into a corner?
We all live in the House of the Hearth. You know the type of work we do, Filiol. A single betrayal can cost dozens of us our lives. It's not like it's never happened before. That kind of thing is hard to forget. That's why the House of the Hearth cannot tolerate any form of betrayal. Ever since we came to Poisson, you've had 7 secret meetings.
That's
a lot
a
of the
lot.
things you talked about really crossed the line.
That's a lot of meetings for just half a month.
You've been spying on us for half a month? Wait a second. Now that I think about it, the move to Poisson was just a way to make it easier to spy on us, wasn't it? Because we were all in one place. You've had this planned all along.
Filial, Nantoy, I'm sorry. I owe you both my life. I owe Clairvy too. If it weren't for all your help after I got poisoned, I wouldn't be standing here today. If this were any other situation, I would do anything to repay that kindness, even if it cost me my life. But rules are rules. I'm sorry. My hands are tied.
Why? Why?
Why does she act like it's some great betrayal where she's the one who's talking about either escape or rebellion? I'm not quite sure.
That's enough, Filial. We made a mistake, and we should own up to it. We broke the rules, plain and simple. And now we have to face the consequences. I'm sorry, Chapleau. Fultz. I'm sorry, Father. We accept our punishment.
I don't know that you can really speak for somebody else in this particular instance, but okay.
Chapleau, according to the rules of the House of the Hearth, how should these traitors be punished?
All those who betray the house pay with their lives.
And so it shall be.
Father, please wait!
Something you want to say, Linny?
Please reconsider, Father. What Filial and the others did, does it really count as betrayal?
Kinda does.
We all come from broken families. From the very first day we joined the House of the Hearth, we wanted nothing more than to make it a real home. But the truth is, none of us know what a real home should look like. I'm not saying I have all the answers. All I know is this. Killing Filial and the others may uphold the rules, but doing so will only bring us further away from being a real family than we've ever been. So please, Father, please reconsider.
I agree with Linny.
I think the bigger question that should be asked here is whether they would like to remain, they being Filiol and what's his face, and Tool, whatever we're calling him. I think the bigger question should be asking them whether they wish to remain in this life, in this livelihood that they clearly disparage and have a distaste for. I'd be asking them if this is their choice to have the impact of their rules, laid out before them, or if they want to stay and survive. I use the word survive because we know they're going to survive anyway. I use the term survive loosely within the house and become the so-called family that Linny and Lynette are fighting for. The choice should be up to them. They should make the decision in this instance if we want Linny's house to remain and the family and blah, 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 even though rules are rules. But the answer is going to be the same. They don't want to stay here. They don't want to be doing what they're doing.
Father, please.
And then these guys can hear the answer for themselves.
Linny, you...
I also agree with Linny.
She's like, God damn it.
An order once given cannot be rescinded.
She's like, I'm trying to help them. Would you just let me help them?
However, given the extent of your determination, I suppose we shall have to go about this a different way. Draw your weapons and face me.
But I don't want to. You're in the right.
Our weapons?
Father, are you referring to a duel?
Precisely. The rules of the house will not be altered. Traitors must be punished.
She's trying to give them an out while keeping face for them.
However, resolving disputes with a duel is also one of our rules, one that also applies to me. Demonstrate a sufficient showing of strength, and I shall offer a concession.
Wait. Beat Father in a duel?
Impossible. Father is way too strong, even for Lenny.
Oh, I was under the impression it was going to be 3 versus 1, but okay. Okay, it is 3v1.
Did you hear that, Traveler? Lenny and the others have to duel the knave. What should we do? Can they really win something like that?
Can we fight on the knave side? She said to make a decision and do what's best for the house, etc., etc. I'd like to stand with the knave, please.
If they lose, those people from the house are really going to be executed.
They're really not.
Hey, are you listening?
Why can't you think about the dude with the scar and use your brains and use critical thinking? Ugh. It's executing them really what she wants. Here we go.
Don't you want to say a proper goodbye
About
at least?
time.
Anger makes you impulsive. Sorrow causes you to wait.
Back then, she never really answered my question. But that makes the answer pretty obvious, doesn't it?
Looking at that expression on her face, she seems really serious about this. Guess that means there's no chance she's throwing the duel on purpose, huh?
There's no way the knave will lose on purpose, although...
When guests are around, families are often on their best behavior. And any disputes are less likely to escalate.
When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation, and lend your help to the House of the Hearth.
I know she wants us to fight with Linny and Lynette and Fremine, but I don't want to. I want to fight with the knave, because I prefer to be on her side.
What's wrong? Traveler? Hey, where are you going?
Traveler?
I'd like to see for myself what the 4th of the Fatui Harbingers can do.
You're asking to join the duel against the knave?
If that's okay.
I'll allow it. We do have a ready-made dueling ring at our disposal, after all. All I would advise is this. Keep a firm grasp on your weapon, and give it your all. Any less, and you may just lose your life.
I kind of imagined that she was like angry in this fight and she was like going... She was fighting for a reason. Now it kind of feels like there is no reason. She's just fighting because Linny and Lynette and Fremine want her to, in a way. You know? Where are you, ma'am? There you are.
With these rising flames,
Now's our chance!
What do you mean now's our chance? What do you think I'm doing, bro? I'm on easy mode though, so you know.
The countdown has begun.
After killing a bunch of life, the next charge life, that's fine. I don't care really much. Hold up, can you do a bit of that actually? We're in a bit of a crisis here with Skirk. She got a bit hurt.
To be a worthy opponent after all.
I'm not doing any damage. Oh, okay, never mind. Kind of thought that was going to be harder. Like, Targlia's fight was pretty hard. There we go. There are the wings. I guess it's a phase 2. It's so pretty. And it's so dramatic, but I feel like it doesn't need to be this dramatic, given the situation. Oh, damn, she looks amazing. Center of the two worlds flames. Hell yeah. Can she look like that all the time? Although without the spider legs, I don't need those. Oh, but the soundtrack was just getting good. Ow, rude.
Allow me!
My blade is all
The
that
show
remains.
begins! Time to shine! Not now!
Actually, we're pretty healed. So I probably could have just used Farina as damage, but oh well. This means it's going to take longer. Ma'am, I'd like to stop and admire your outfit for a bit longer if that's okay. Oh, no, she moved. I was wondering when someone else was going to pitch in. That was just me.
You should know better than to crowd in one place.
Right? That was very short-sighted of you guys. Where am I? She's so cool. I want to be like her when I grow up.
Oh, I know. I'm sorry, Father!
You're not going to hit her. Were they expecting that they were actually going to make contact? You guys are funny. She's like 10 times stronger than you'll ever
Sorry
be.
for what? This pitiful excuse for an attack.
Right? So how does she lose but keep her face? I'm curious. I thought there were only 4 of them
Father, no!
that betrayed her, not 5.
Made it out, did you? You're stronger than I expected.
Hi! This is cool.
Crimson Moon.
This is pretty.
I can't move.
Hi! I like your outfit a lot. It's better than the one you normally wear.
Still, not strong enough to beat me.
I'm fine with that. I don't want to be as Mary Sue as possible. Gotta have someone who's stronger than me.
I believe we can end things here. It's not often that we get to enjoy the company of guests, after all. We wouldn't want things to get too out of hand.
Are you alright?
He'll be fine.
Lenny,
Given that I am the victor of this duel, as agreed, the punishment stands.
No!
Yay! I was trying to think of like how can she lose, but she doesn't lose. Thank God for that, because that would just it felt weird that she would lose. I'm like, that doesn't make sense, but she doesn't lose. This is fine.
I never thought things would end like this.
What, that you get to have a whole new life free of the
However,
house?
Everyone involved in the duel demonstrated a remarkable level of strength and determination. In light of this, I'm prepared to change the method of execution. Elwar, the bottled flames I gave you for safekeeping. Do you still have them?
Yes? I wasn't sure what they were for, but I've kept them super safe. I didn't lose a single one.
Wonderful. Then, in just a moment, I'll have you administer them.
Bottled flames?
Indeed. They're the product of a secret experiment. Under certain special circumstances, flames can be extracted from my person and preserved. Once ingested, searing pain will spread across every inch of your body. No harm will come to you physically, but your memories will be burned away, if you can withstand the pain. When you awake, you'll have forgotten everything you know about the House of the Hearth, and will be expelled from the organization. In other words, administering this concoction will kill the version of you that grew up in the house, and give you a new identity.
So that means the young man that I thought looked familiar, the one selling newspapers outside the Palais Mammonia. He must have been the same Herr, how do we pronounce that, we saw on the list of executions. He wasn't killed at all. I don't know that I like the fact that it's becoming public knowledge that this is how she helped those who sought to leave the house. I actually preferred that it was secret knowledge and that it was to an extent used to keep people in line. I preferred that. I don't like that threat, so to speak, isn't present anymore. Now anybody in the Hearth knows that they can just leave whenever they want. Which, it just seems soft. I don't know. I mean, maybe that's what they're trying to go. They're a family after all. They know all the truths now and they can bond together. I'd rather they didn't have this, though. I'd rather there's still a threat, perceived threat, and that there were still some secrets. I prefer that to this, but whatever.
Memory is a mysterious thing indeed. Losing a portion of your memories will alter your sense of self.
No, if my understanding of Neve is right, she really thinks of that as killing him. The Herrera that lived in the House of the Hearth is dead. The one that remains is simply a normal person living out his life with his beloved. Even so, it's much better than actually ending their lives.
So, you're just letting us go, Father?
Yes, asterisk. You're not going to be quite yourself anymore.
You misunderstand. Memories are extremely important. Once consumed by flame, the version of you standing before me will die, and our secrets will die with you. So no, I don't intend to just let you go, because the person who survives will be nothing but a stranger.
Even so, I won't have to live in fear anymore. I'm sorry, Father. I'm sorry I let you down. But I really...
Don't cry, Filial. You haven't left the house yet, so there are still rules to be followed, yes? Remember what I taught you. Anger makes you impulsive, sorrow causes you to waver. Don't let yourself be controlled by your emotions.
Of course. I'll remember.
For the next 2 seconds.
Dry your tears, and go pursue the life you really want.
Yes, Father.
Chaplot, Fultz, Elwar, take them back to Poisson. And bring Linny and the others as well. I prepared 3 extra vials of bottled flames. As for whether to take them, the choice is yours. Goodbye, children. The next time we meet, I will no longer be your father. Thank you for all you've done for the house. I hope you have bright futures ahead of you.
The reason why she doesn't care so much and is revealing it all is because she's leaving. Right, okay, I forgot about that part. I completely forgot that she was leaving Fontaine. Oh, so that's why she's allowed it to happen this way. I still don't like it. I would prefer that it's not known, but I guess it makes sense given the context.
Father.
Let's go.
Do we get to say goodbye to Perry?
Here, grab my arm, Linny. I'll help you walk back.
Thank you.
Oh, we still have got to deal with Clairvy. Excuse me, it's time for you to die now.
Clairvy.
Devour her and a field of flames. It's coming.